Hey everybody on YouTube, Karl Alexander here, and in today's video, I'm just doing a quick update to my original 2006 PC build from a few months back. So first off, I found a case for the thing. I went on Newegg and looked for the cheapest case that didn't look like a total piece of crap, and I found the Deepcool Tesseract. It's a white mid-tower ATX case that surprisingly has some decent features for a $33 case. It's got a front-facing drive cage with screwless locking drive bays, some cable management holes, easy-to-use thumb screws for the side panels, and a nice black metal interior. The front I/O is pretty standard, but a nice addition is that the USB 3 port is actually backwards compatible with 2.0, which was very helpful for this old motherboard. Overall, it's a great case for the money. Obviously, it doesn't have some of the more fancy cable management that more expensive cases have, but it's got space for plenty of drives and has a great look. It's not a boring box, and it's also not a weird gamer spaceship. The only issue I had with the case is that the front red LED has some damage, causing it to have an odd dark spot in the middle, which in my opinion didn't warrant a return, and sort of comes with the territory of only spending $30 on a case. To go along with the new case, I also got a better power supply. My friend Kyle just finished building a new Skylake rig and didn't need his old Corsair 600 watt PSU, so he generously gave it to me. I cleaned it up and it works great. Next up, I sort of went off the rails of the original intent of the machine. I had initially just wanted to rebuild my old machine, which I did, but honestly the performance was just terrible, and because of the single core CPU, many games simply wouldn't boot. I went on eBay and upgraded the CPU to an Athlon 64X2 3800 Plus, and managed a 2.2 GHz overclock, and that was all for about $9 including shipping. This really helped out in general performance of Windows XP, and though it didn't contribute much in frame rates, I feel the frame times of many games are significantly improved, making games feel a lot smoother. So just for some fun, I went ahead and ran some benchmarks with this new CPU, and the results were unsurprisingly very similar to last time. The Sims 2 and Call of Duty both saw improvements in average frame rates compared to the Athlon 64. With the addition of the second core, I was able to boot up Fallout New Vegas, which had a playable 47 FPS average with high quality textures. Left 4 Dead 2 also became playable with the second core, and got a decent 42 FPS on average. However, there were some serious frame dips when a lot of zombies were on the screen. Overall, at 1024x768, I got average frame rates above 40 and minimums close to 20. Certainly nothing like my 1070, but most of the games were playable. I'm happy with the small bit of added performance, but what's really holding the machine back is that video card. Because of all these additions, I'm really getting away from the original experience, and I'm okay with that. I feel focusing on accuracy hurt the viability of the build, and has made me reconsider some of my choices. For example, the AGP video card slot was a part of the original, and even tracked down almost the exact same model of video card I used. But it's terrible. Reading reviews from the era even confirmed this. I had no idea what I was doing when I bought this card 10 years ago. So in the future I'll be swapping that motherboard out for something that supports PCI Express. During its era, a few higher end AGP cards existed, but they now command ridiculous prices on eBay, some going for as high as $150. I have an old GTX 260 in my closet, and I think in the future that will be in the definitive version of this machine. The idea has shifted from a straight recreation to more of a compatibility machine. I want this thing to play games of the era well, and the X1600 Pro just isn't capable of it. But that's not to say I'm unhappy with the current build. It's a classic Windows XP machine that can offer compatibility for years to come. No one expects it, but time flies fast, and eventually our favorite software can have no means of being run without janky virtual machines or emulators. So having a piece of hardware from a particular time is a great thing to have around. There are so many lost games on these old machines, and back then we never thought there would be a time when it would be almost impossible to use them. Anyways, before I ramble on about remembering the good old days, for now I'm saying this build is complete. It's been fun getting this old piece of junk working. I'll be continuing to add on to this machine in the future, and we'll certainly be looking at installing older operating systems and finding old software to use with it. If you have any suggestions for games or software to check out on an old XP build, let me know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this quick update video, and as always, if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I think you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one in the future, and as always, thanks for watching.